Welcome to my kitchen. Today, we're diving into 5 easy and healthy dinners, perfect for college students and singles. Let's get started. Cooking for one doesn't have to be boring or complicated. We're going to walk through this together, step by step, and I promise you'll be surprised how easy it is to create a restaurant-quality meal right in your own kitchen. Each meal features a different protein. We've got your beef, chicken, pork, lamb, the lot. I'm going to give you all the ingredients, the steps, everything you need to smash it. Welcome to my kitchen and thanks for popping in and watching. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. I would love to see how your meals turned out. So share your photos of your meals on my Facebook page. And don't forget to leave your comments below. I always read them all and love hearing from you. Let's get cooking. First up, a classic beef dish that's going to blow your socks off. We're talking a perfectly seared steak with a side of roasted vegetables. Now for this, you're going to need a nice piece of sirloin, about 6 ounces. Season it generously with salt and pepper. We're talking enough to make a statement. Get your pan screaming hot with a touch of oil. You want it almost smoking. Now lay that steak down gently. Don't you dare move it. We want a beautiful crust. Sear it for about 3 minutes on each side for medium rare. Adjust accordingly if you like it more well done. While the steak is resting, let's get those vegetables in the oven. Chop up some broccoli, carrots, and bell peppers, about a cup of each. Toss them in a bowl with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and a pinch of garlic powder. Spread them out on a baking sheet and roast them alongside the steak at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. Now, the key to a juicy steak is letting it rest. Once it's cooked to your liking, take it off the heat and let it sit for at least 5 minutes. This allows the juices to redistribute, giving you a tender and flavorful piece of meat. Plate up your steak and vegetables, and for an extra touch of flavor, why not drizzle a bit of balsamic glaze over the veggies? There you have it, a restaurant-quality beef dinner for one. Easy peasy. And the best part? Leftovers make a fantastic steak salad for lunch tomorrow. Let's face it, chicken is a weeknight staple. It's versatile, it's healthy, and it's bloody delicious when cooked right. Tonight, we're spicing things up with a lemon herb roasted chicken breast and some simple sautéed greens. For this recipe, you'll need a boneless, skinless chicken breast, around 6 ounces. Pat it dry with a paper towel. We don't want any excess moisture. Now, for the flavor bomb, we're going to make a quick marinade. In a small bowl, mix together a tablespoon of olive oil, the juice of half a lemon, a minced garlic clove, a teaspoon of dried oregano, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Give it a good whisk and pour it over the chicken breast, making sure it's coated evenly. Let it marinate for at least 15 minutes, or even better, overnight in the fridge. While the chicken is marinating, prep your greens. Spinach, kale, or a mix of both works brilliantly here. Give them a good wash and roughly chop them. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat a drizzle of olive oil in a cast iron skillet over medium heat. Once it's hot, add the marinated chicken breast and sear it for a couple of minutes on each side just to get some color. Then, transfer the entire cast iron skillet to the preheated oven and roast for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until the chicken is cooked through. While the chicken is roasting, heat another drizzle of olive oil in the same skillet you used for the chicken. The residual marinade will add even more flavor to the greens. Add the chopped greens and sauté for a few minutes, just until they're wilted. Season with a pinch of salt and pepper. Serve the roasted chicken breast alongside the sautéed greens, and for an extra touch of freshness, squeeze a little bit of lemon juice over everything. And there you have it, a simple, healthy, and flavorful chicken dinner that's ready in under 30 minutes. Tonight, we're elevating the humble pork chop to new heights. Forget dry, overcooked disasters. We're talking juicy, flavorful pork chops pan-seared to perfection with a side of creamy mashed sweet potatoes. Grab yourself 2 boneless pork chops, about 1 inch thick. Season them generously with salt, pepper, and a pinch of paprika for that beautiful color. Now here's the secret to juicy pork chops. Don't overcook them. Heat a tablespoon of olive oil in a skillet over medium-high heat. Once it's nice and hot, add the pork chops and sear for about 3 to 4 minutes per side, depending on their thickness. You want them golden brown and cooked through, but still slightly pink in the center. While the pork chops are searing, let's prepare the mashed sweet potatoes. Peel and chop a large sweet potato into 1-inch cubes. Boil them in salted water until tender, about 15 minutes. Drain the sweet potatoes and return them to the pot. Add a tablespoon of butter, a splash of milk, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Mash them until smooth and creamy. Once the pork chops are cooked through, transfer them to a plate and let them rest for a few minutes. This allows the juices to redistribute, ensuring a tender and flavorful chop. Serve the seared pork chops alongside the creamy mashed sweet potatoes. For an extra touch of indulgence, drizzle a bit of honey over the sweet potatoes. It complements the savory pork chops beautifully. There you have it, a restaurant-quality pork dinner for one that's both satisfying and surprisingly easy to make. For a taste of something special, we're going all out with a lamb dish that's packed with flavor. We're talking tender, juicy lamb chops with a vibrant mint sauce and a side of roasted rosemary potatoes. Start with 4 lamb chops about 1 inch thick. Season them generously with salt, pepper, and a pinch of dried rosemary. Set them aside while you prepare the mint sauce. In a small bowl, combine a handful of chopped fresh mint leaves, a tablespoon of olive oil, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Whisk everything together until well combined. Now, for the potatoes. Chop 2 medium-sized potatoes into 1-inch wedges. Toss them in a bowl with a tablespoon of olive oil, a sprig of fresh rosemary, salt, and pepper. Spread them out on a baking sheet. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat a drizzle of olive oil in an oven-safe skillet over medium-high heat. Once it's hot, add the seasoned lamb chops and sear them for 2 to 3 minutes per side, depending on your desired doneness. Then, transfer the entire skillet to the preheated oven and roast for about 8 to 10 minutes for medium rare. While the lamb chops are roasting, add the baking sheet with the potatoes to the oven alongside the lamb. Roast everything for about 20 minutes or until the potatoes are golden brown and the lamb chops are cooked to your liking. Once everything is cooked, remove the skillet and baking sheet from the oven. Let the lamb chops rest for a few minutes before serving. This allows the juices to redistribute, resulting in a more tender and flavorful chop. Serve the roasted lamb chops with a generous dollop of the refreshing mint sauce and a side of the crispy rosemary potatoes. This is a restaurant-quality lamb dinner that's sure to impress, even if it's just you tonight. For a hearty and healthy dinner that's full of flavor, we're diving into the world of fish. These recipes are quick, easy, and perfect for a weeknight treat. We're having grilled salmon with a side of roasted vegetables and baked cod. For these recipes, you'll need fish fillets, about 4 to 6 ounces each. Pat them dry with a paper towel and season generously with salt, pepper, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Now let's talk about some of my favorite vegetables. Fresh and healthy options like asparagus, broccoli, and bell peppers are perfect for any meal. Toss the vegetables in a bowl with a tablespoon of olive oil, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat a drizzle of olive oil in a skillet over medium-high heat. Once the oil is shimmering, carefully place the salmon fillets on the grill. Cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, allowing them to sear beautifully. Then flip the salmon fillets and cook for an additional 2 to 3 minutes on the other side, depending on the thickness of the fillets. While the salmon is cooking, arrange the seasoned vegetables in a single layer on a baking sheet. You can do this while the salmon is cooking on its first side. Once the salmon is flipped, pop the baking sheet with the vegetables into a preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Roast the vegetables for about 8 to 10 minutes or until they're tender crisp. Once the salmon fillets are cooked through, remove them from the grill and let them rest for a minute or 2. This allows the juices to redistribute, ensuring moist and flavorful fillets. Serve the grilled salmon alongside the roasted vegetables. For an extra touch of flavor, squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon juice over the salmon and vegetables. And there you have it, 5 easy and healthy dinners for one. You see, cooking for yourself doesn't have to be a chore. With a few simple ingredients and a bit of effort, you can create restaurant-quality meals right in your own kitchen. Don't be afraid to experiment, get creative, and most importantly, have fun with it. Don't forget to use those leftovers for another delicious meal tomorrow. Happy cooking!